Lesson 4: When Technology and Humanity Cross. The ever-growing society has made people see technology as some form of necessity. Tracing back its origins, the word technology came from the Greek word techne and logos, which means art and word respectively. Television sets, mobile phones, computers, and humanity. A number of technological devices can be easily found inside the home, the most accessible place to anyone. To be more specific, these celebrities in the field of technology are television sets, mobile phones, and computers. People all over the world use these technologies every day to accomplish different purposes. Televisions. Television plays a great role in the lives of the people, or in this case, the Filipinos. Televisions was a product of different experiments by various people. Paul Gottlieb Nepko, a German student in the late 1800s, was successful in his attempt to send images through wires with the aid of a rotating disc. This invention was then called the electric telescope that has 18 lines of resolution. After some time in 1907, two inventors, Alan Archibald Campbell Swinton, who was an English scientist, and Boris Rosing, who was a Russian scientist, created a new system of televisions by using cathode ray tube in addition to the mechanical scanner system. This success story gave rise to two types of television systems, the mechanical and electronic televisions. Mobile phones. Filipinos love to use their mobile phones anywhere, anytime. These use it for different purposes other than communications. More than half of the Filipino population own at least one mobile phone, regardless of type. To prove that Filipinos really love to use their mobile phones, the Ipsos Media Atlas Philippines Nationwide, or BAN 2011-2012 survey results showed that 1 in every 3 Filipinos cannot live without a mobile phone. And in another word, 30% of the Philippines' urban population nationwide said that mobile phones are necessities in life. Next is computers and laptops. Computers and laptops have also become part of many of the Filipinos household. There are some Filipino family who owns more than one computer or laptop. The number of computers sold per year may not be as high as the number of mobile phones and television sets. In line with the growing number of computer sales, there has also been a growing number of internet users in the Philippines. And according to Charles Babbage, a 19th century English mathematics professor who designed the analytical engine which was used as the basic framework of the computers even until the present time. In general, computers can be classified into 3 generations. Each generation of the computer was used for a certain period of time, and each gave people a new and improved version of our previous one. Laptops have been available to the public for even a less time than personal computers. A typical household owns at least 4 of the following devices: a mobile phone, 89%, smartphone, 53%, tablet, 14%, desktop, 39%, laptop or netbooks, 37%, and smart TVs, 4%, according to Philstar 2013. This data prove the deep-seated fascination of Filipinos to different technological devices. And here are some facts about Filipinos and on their use of gadgets and internet connection. Mobile phone subscription is at 119 million, and Filipinos spend approximately 3.2 hours on mobile phone and 5.2 hours on desktop daily. Currently, the Philippines has one of the highest digital populations in the world. And now, there are 47 million active Facebook accounts in the Philippines. The Philippines is the fastest growing application market in the Southeast Asia.
Good day, everyone. I am Daisy Jane Armanuel, and now I am going to discuss to you the role played by this technological advancement. Number 1. Television. Television remains to be the ultimate medium of advertisement, placement, and information dissemination. However, aside from this instrumental view of television, to advertise and thus gain sales, or to disseminate information, and to educate and promote awareness on certain issues, television has also become a Filipino family's form of recreation or a favorite pastime. And it has become a platform for different propagandas and advocacies. You may think about politicians that flock our television screens during campaign periods. These are just some of the rules of television plays in our society nowadays. Now for the second technology, the mobile phones. Why were Filipinos quick to acknowledge the need of a mobile phone? Well, first of all, it is essential for communication. It offers services such as texting and calling. Today, it is now able to surf the internet and also take photos and share them to those who follow you on social media. Moving on to the next technology, the computers or laptops. Laptops is identical to mobile phones in the sense that it is able to communicate and surf the internet. Second, has some unique features. It includes a wide keyboard and mouse or touchpad. Another is laptops' portability compared to desktop computers has become a decision point for buyers depending on the nature of work. Thus, we can observe that these technological devices has become part of our life. So, the ethical dilemmas or problems faced by the three technologies we have discussed so far: the television, mobile phones, and computers. But before we dive into the ethical dilemmas, let us first define what is ethical. So, ethical, according to Cambridge English Dictionary, relates to belief about what is morally right and wrong. So, the first ethical dilemmas concerns people, especially children, become lazy, unhealthy, and isolated. While it is true that these technological devices are useful and beneficial, the fact remains that there are several dilemmas faced by these necessities. First, most parents would argue that these devices make their children lazy and unhealthy. This is because of the fact that people who are fixated or focused on this technological advancement start and end their day. By using such devices, they have a great tendency to sit and chill all day long without doing anything productive in their homes, thus making them unhealthy. Because they do not just skip meals sometimes, but also lack of exercises or any bodily movements. Here it can be inferred that these types of people are already overly dependent on these technological devices. Like for example, those who love to watch television shows in front of the television for more than 6 hours a day. So, another dilemma faced by these technological devices is the moral dilemma. People, especially the children who are not capable yet of rationally deciding for themselves what is right or wrong, are fully exposed to different things on the televisions, mobile phones, laptops, or computers. Because of the availability and easy access to the internet, they can just easily search the web and go to different websites without restrictions. And this allows them to see, read, or hear things which are not suitable for their very young age. And this makes them very vulnerable to character change and can greatly affect the way they view the world and things ground them. This is also the reason why we see the MTRCB ratings PG on specific television shows. Now, whose fault is this? Is this the fault of the technology or the fault of the users of the technology? To answer this question, the ethics of responsibility may point us to the particular directions. Inventor of technology must let the public know the good in their respective contribution and also its dangers. In this way, people will have an idea on how to minimize the technology to bring positive results. Going back to the first dilemma, it can be said that the agents using the devices are the one to be blamed for the undesirable consequences, namely laziness and unhealthiness. However, it is the assumption that the inventor of these particular technologies have properly informed the public of how to use the technology as well as the possible dangers if the user will misuse the particular technology, not taking about alienation. Inventors claim technology brings people together, but when we examine closely, it brings more bad than good in the form of alienation or isolation. This can be connected to a person having 212 friends on Facebook but have not met a single one of these so-called quote-unquote friends. On the second dilemma, the inventors as well as the children are not blameworthy because children are not yet capable of rationally deciding for themselves what is good and what is bad. Second, even if creators of these technologies went out their way to inform children of the pros and cons of these technological contributions, it would still be useless because the children have no capacity to understand them yet. So, in this dilemma, the ones to be blamed are the adults who allows the children to have access to such devices in the first place without any supervision. It is the recklessness and overconfidence of the adults that
Good day everyone, I am Janel Mercado and my topic for today is about human versus robot progress or end of humanity. Almost every day, people of influence claim that machine will soon threaten the existence of humanity. According to the Stephen Hawking, I will know cosmologists the development of full artificial intelligence could spell the end of the human race. So that Hawking's most prediction for the race of artificial intelligence in that it will either be the best or worst thing that has ever occurred to humanity. And Elon Musk, a renowned inventor and investor, insists I think human extinction will probably occur and technology will likely play a part in this. Elon Musk came out against artificial intelligence (AI), calling it the biggest threat to humanity's survival. In order to understand this question and their possible answer without attaching scientific labels to stage to industrial and technological development, I will offer a simple way of looking at things. There have essentially been three stages of development up to now. And the first was to put machines to work just as trains, ships, and winches. The second was to make this machine automatic, as seen in industrial production, and plain autopilot by engineering them to follow a pre-calculated and stored pattern. So let's proceed to Sophia Robot. So Sophia Robot, which is inspired by Andrew Hepburn's features, was the first robot to receive citizenship. And Sophia is a humanoid robot with lifelike facial expression and the ability to interact with humans. It's intended for use in research, teaching, and entertainment, as well as to encourage public debate on AI ethics and the future of robotics. A robot is a piece of machinery. It is frequently thought not always automatic, which implies it can complete tasks without the assistance of external variables such as human. it enact in the manner in which it was programmed or means to act. These actions are described as having their own intents. So let's proceed to stage 2 machinery. So stage 1 machinery has led to unemployment for a significant number of workers. There is not question about it. However, these jobs are often very difficult, impossible, or sometimes deadly for people. Because of the machine no longer have difficulty for human workers and avoid the dangers that can occur to the workers. And now the stage 2 machines. Many mortals have lost their jobs as a result of stage 2 machines. A robotics trend will end sight. Some examples include the automation of office-related jobs, food manufacturing and services, and robotics assembly lines. More than half of all employees have already been lost or will be lost to robots in the next 15 years according to the studies. Stage 3 machine. On the other hand, stage 3 machine will first have to learn how to cut different carrots during the learning phase. Some of these learning experiments are performed in a simulated environment where no actual carrot is used. Each carrot cutting experiment is observed and a score is assigned to its success level. And that's all. Thank you, everyone.